Okay, so I'm guessing I'm live. This is my first time going live, so just bear with me. Just kind of want to run through some tests. I've never gone live on YouTube before, and first time for everything. Gonna run through some of the news, and we'll just see where this goes. And if there's anything y'all want to talk about, throw it up in the chat. I'll try to keep an eye on it and kind of see what's happening and you know see how this goes. I'm not even sure how this is gonna get posted to YouTube. Like I said, this is the first go through, and I think it says stop stream, so I'm guessing I'm live now. So um, CPI reports tomorrow. Um, it's been downhill the last couple times, so I want to go ahead and bring that up. We can get right into it and see what's really going on with, it's a consumer price index. It basically takes a bundle of goods and, you know, is what the typical average American spends on, a monthly basis. If it goes up, life's getting more expensive. The milk and bread at your grocery store is taking a little bit more of your paycheck. If it comes down, your paycheck's going to be going a little bit further. And that's basically what this is. And we can take a look at that and kind of run through some of the big things. There's some really, really scary stuff that's been kind of trending. So we can kind of discuss that as well. So let me get that pulled up here. So right off the bat, the thing that scares me the most is this energy. Uh, there's a guy on TikTok that was talking about the energy crisis that's going on in Europe right now. And man, I had a panic attack the other day when I went to the gas station. And the worst feeling is when you start seeing the yellow bags over the pump. That could just be because the pump's down or whatever. But when you start seeing those on multiple gas stations across your neighborhood, there could be a shortage coming out. And with the OPEC meeting going on last week as well, uh, basically having 90% of the people that own oil got into a meeting for brunch and decided they're going to stop producing over 2 million barrels a day. No matter what the president says, no matter what happens there, these guys are what control the oil coming into America. So they decide, supply and demand, to limit it up because uh, you're going to hear them tout that the oil prices came down the past month. It's great. Yeah, but it's going to shoot right back up. And that's what that meeting was about, is they saw it crawl back and they're going to hike it back up. So the energy prices right here is really worrisome. Um, with the winter coming, energy bills are going to skyrocket. I'm out of Texas. We had a huge winter freeze where people died and were burning their coffee tables to stay warm. Now, Governor Abbott said that he's doing everything he can. That's actually why they cut back on a lot of the crypto projects due to the mining, to really get all the energy back to the grid to make sure that, since it is an election season right now, that all the energy is going to, you know, the grid for the Texas, to make sure that not only we survive, but that our electricity stays on. Um, so uh, this is the energy commodities and energy services. You can see that's kind of the breakdown of where the energy is going. But this graph right here, let me get this zoomed in. It is very easy to see where the CPI is heading. Higher high, higher high. It's gonna be it's gonna be higher this time. It's just feel your instincts. Do you feel that your paycheck is going further now or less? If you feel that it's going less, There's your answer. There's your answer. So August 0.0 increase. You okay, buddy? Sissy's in the back. So just going up over and over again. It's just horrible news is going to come out tomorrow. Stock market's probably going to crash. Not crash. That's a little dramatic. But it's going to cut back, which basically compounds everything that goes on in the crypto markets. Um, we're always waiting for the correlation to stop, but it hasn't yet. So if the stock market drops 3 points, expect a 9 to 12 point drop in Bitcoin. It just compounds over and over again in the crypto market. But it's not all bad news. So I'm really excited to see this. We had where did it go? Ripple versus SEC, XRPI's monster rally as judge approves two firms to step in. So this could be great news for XRP. To end in 4 months, they're actually coming out with the timeline. I mean, that's great. I really think the SEC's basically shot themselves in the foot on this, and just bad news after bad news after bad news for them. So hopefully, this is some good news. The federal judge works at their own pace. Optimistically, we're talking about 3 to 4 months. Pessimistically, it could be longer than that. Pessimistically, it could be longer than that. That's so open-ended. You could have said this at the beginning of the lawsuit, whatever, it was 2 years ago. I mean, come on. Two major firms in Ripple's defense. You know, this is exciting news. There seems to be more and more, you know, news and updates coming out about the Ripple case, which is just great overall. So what I wanted to do is take a quick look at the Ripple graph. I'm going to do some TA. I mean, this is a pretty nice chart right here. This is on the daily. So let's even zoom out further on the week. I mean, that is some massive gains right there. Jumped up from 30 cents all the way up to a high of 56. I mean, that is spectacular. Some of my favorite indicators, you can do the fibs right here. I love these guys. Let's see if we'll even just do from the double top right here down, see if we're kind of respecting it. And we are. Look at that. That's almost perfect. If we break out, so some kind of price targets, if we break above 52 and start retesting these levels to 69, look, that's not a very far gap up to 79, and that could be some massive gain. So I'm going to be looking for to keep respecting this trend line going up. If we break back down, that's a pretty far drop back down to 29. So that could be pretty drastic on the downside. But with this constant, progression moving forward with XRP in the court case against SEC, this could be some amazing opportunities for XRP. Next, we have Sam Bankman-Fried. I don't know if you heard about BitBoy. He's kind of came out and said Sam Bankman-Fried is extremely evil. I know he's really pushing the centralization, and especially with the Visa partnership that came out this past week, I definitely feel anything that has a Visa card or credit card, obviously you're going to have to KYC to get access to the uh, crypto, services, or not blockchain, but exchanges is what I was looking for. You're going to have to KYC, which means basically that the government can see every single transaction that you've ever made on that platform. But the plus side is it's easier to do your taxes. Export it, give it to your tax professional. It's going to be super easy, versus having an Excel sheet or whatever you need to break down every single spot that you've, sent away your money. That's going to be very difficult. But he came out, took to DeFi against the Mango market hack, make up your own mind, took to Twitter Tuesday, and he had a DeFi oracle in his crosshairs. When it comes to oracles, you just have to make up your own mind, he says. Oracle takes off chain real world data and makes it usable on a blockchain. Oracle's open smart contract programs trigger. So SBF comes out, you know, you don't have to wait, sweetie. So it just goes on. I really don't even know what was going on with Sam Bankman-Fried, why he came out and felt the need for this. Um, but I feel like he's going to be very vocal, um, more since he's kind of ditched all the big rumors about him, and really kind of maybe combat some of this bad publicity that he's been coming across lately. So let's see, take a look at the overall crypto markets, kind of see where they're standing, and then we can call it a wrap. We have Terra Classic coming down 21%. That is, I'm sorry, Terra. It's a nasty day. We have Bitcoin not breaking back over 20. Still staying green for the day, but down in the past hour, 3% or 0.03, which is really nothing much. And then 5.3 down for the week. And the CPI report is probably going to, my prediction, we'll probably see double-digit decline in Bitcoin. Ethereum, 1.2. We'll probably, I'd suspect again if the CPI report comes out, and Ethereum hasn't been moving too much lately just due to the merger news. That's been really propping it up. So unless some really, really bad news comes out about ETH, or we get another crazy picture on Twitter, you know, it could be bad news, but Ethereum seems to be holding steady for a while. XRP 48%. We just looked at that graph. Cardano 38. Solana holding above 30 at 31, which is great. So let's see what the top gainers for the day are. So you have Adobe token up 31%, which is great. It's another exchange. So these exchange coins are probably going to start the centralized exchanges are probably going to start seeing a lot more momentum here recently. Then we have Terra today, not Terra Classic, the new Terra, up 13. Hedera, I'm really going to start watching this project. They're actually based out of Texas. Their headquarters aren't very far from me, actually. So, I'm going to be watching this project very closely. At 65, and we have KuCoin, again, another exchange. So these exchange tokens are going to start picking up really well. But that'll be it for today. This is first live. We'll see. Try to export this. Didn't see anybody really jump in the chat, but again, just trying this out. Want to see how this goes. Definitely easier. Don't have to edit and things of that nature. So we'll see how this goes. Till next time.